God of War actor Christopher Judge says he hopes a potential sequel will take place in Egypt, but I have no doubt that no matter what pantheon it is, it will be great. Christopher Judge, the iconic booming voice behind Kratos from Santa Monica Studios, God of War series, says his hope for the series' next game is an entry taking place in Egypt, which indeed sounds pretty rad. At the recent MCM London Comic Con, Christopher Judge, who voices Kratos in the God of War series, made a statement that got lots of fans talking. And he was addressed a question about what mythology he would like to see next. What he said is very interesting. He offered the following ideas. He mentioned that because he became well known for his role as TLC in the TV series Stargate SG-1, which itself drew on Egyptian ancient mythological imagery, he would like the next God of War game to take place in Egypt. He described it as a completion of my circle. Then he added, but whatever is decided, if there is another game, I have no doubt that no matter what pantheon it is, it will be great. Importantly, he added the phrase, if there is another game, rather than when there is another game, which suggests he is being careful about not confirming anything. So he indicated hope, personal interest in Egypt as setting, but no official confirmation that a new game is underway or that Egypt is the definite setting. To understand why these comments matter, here's how the God of War series has evolved, how this fits into the series history. The recent games in the series are God of War 2018, which moved Kratos into Norse myth, and God of War Ragnarok 2022, which continued the Norse saga. On the Wikipedia page for the 2018 game, it is noted that after the Norse era, the creators mentioned the possibility of future games exploring other mythologies such as Egyptian or Mayan. Thus, the idea of exploring an Egyptian pantheon is not entirely new speculation. The studio has publicly floated other mythologies in the future. So Judge's comments then slot into this larger conversation. He is voicing his personal wish, allowing with a possible future direction, but again, no formal announcement. What his comments could mean. Based on what he said and what we know of the series, here are some plausible interpretations. A new game maybe is in the early development, or at minimum, the idea is being discussed by the makers. Because to say if there is another game suggests that the possibility is at least live. Egypt as the next mythological setting is a strong candidate. His full circle remark due to his Stargate role seems personal but also might hint at the setting for the series if the studio chooses that path. Big shift in tone or setting, moving from Norse to Egyptian would be a dramatic change. New gods like Ra, Anubis, etc., new geography like deserts, pyramids, Nile, new visual style that likely appeals to the creators and the fans. So Kratos' journey continues. Even though the recent game closed the Norse saga in many ways, the comments suggest that Kratos and maybe his son Atreus might have another story ahead, possibly in a fresh pantheon. It is very important to keep expectations realistic at this stage because here are the things that remain uncertain. No official confirmation of a sequel. The publisher Sony Interactive Entertainment or the developer Santa Monica Studio have not publicly announced the next mainline God of War game or its setting. So Christopher Judge's comments are speculative. Setting not locked in. Even if a new game is planned, we don't know for sure it will be Egypt. The studio might choose another pantheon. This line, no matter what pantheon it is, emphasizes that flexibility. So development for AAA games take years. We don't have a release date or an announcement date yet. It might be several years before actual gameplay is shown. So we don't know yet if it's going to be titled God of War 4, though numbering might differ. How it will relate to existing characters like Kratos or Atreus, or what gameplay mechanics will evolve. Some outlets suggest that Egypt is already a lock based on insider information, but until the studio says so, it remains speculation. For example, the implication seems to be that Christopher has been told that he will be back as Kratos in another God of War game. What about the potential delays? As with all large-scale games, delays, changes in direction, or even cancellation are possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's go deeper into the why for Egypt as a mythological choice and why that sets exciting possibilities for the series. Rich mythological tapestry. Number 1. The Egyptian pantheon is full of vivid gods like Ra, Osiris, Set, Anubis, and dramatic myths like death and resurrection, afterlife, sun journeys, which suit the epic, myth-driven style of God of War. The setting, which is ancient Egypt, deserts, pyramids, the Nile, tombs, and temples, offers fresh environments for players and artists alike. Second one is visual thematic refresh. After Greece, older games, and Norse 2018 and Ragnarok, Moving to Egypt would keep the franchise fresh and avoid repetition of setting. The aesthetics alone would allow for new enemy types, new visual themes, sandstorms, deserts, ruined dynastic tombs. Thematically, Kratos facing a new pantheon gives story space. He's gone from Greek gods to Norse gods. Egypt fits the idea of next step. Third one is narrative possibilities, like the series might explore Kratos' legacy more, Atreus' role more, or how mythologies interconnect. Egypt could continue ideas of ancestors, afterlife, mythic time cycles, and the completion of circle motif, as Judge referred personally, could be mirrored by the story. Kratos closing one era, beginning another. Other one is fourth one is fan engagement. Fans love speculation and new settings. Many will be drawn in by the what if Kratos visits Egypt idea. It gives the studio a high visibility hook for marketing. Kratos now wages war in the land of pharaohs. So what is the timeline and expectations? Putting things together, here's a best guess. So my guess is that scenario for how this might play out. Remember, speculative, not confirmed. Announcement like possibilities sometime in late 2026 or 2027. Why? Because big titles often show teasers 1 to 2 years ahead of release. Perhaps 2028 or 2029 if the studio follows similar production cycles, which is 4 years, and if new tech or scope is bigger, it may stretch. Very likely Egyptian setting myth as one of the leading options, though the actual final choice may differ. Could be something like God of War Egypt title rather than simply God of War 4, in line with 2018 and Ragnarok naming. So expect evolution of the series, comeback, bigger open world or semi-open world, perhaps new mechanics tied to the Egyptian theme like sun, sand, tomb puzzles, Nile navigation. This could be the gameplay features, and story focuses mainly on Kratos and possibly Atreus facing a new pantheon, perhaps dealing with consequences of previous sagas, like exploring the relationship between mythologies, which is Greek, Norse, and Egyptian. Last one is marketing lead up, which teaser first, official reveal, then gameplay preview, possibly a demo or early access later. So these were my educated guess, timeline and expectations. And lastly, final thought and what to keep in mind. We can say that what Judge said is hopeful and interesting, not definitive. It signals that people behind the scenes might be thinking about the next chapter of the God of War saga, and that Egypt is a strong possibility, but there's no guarantee, no official confirmation yet. If you are a fan, this is great news. The series may well have many stories ahead, and a fresh mythology would be exciting, but if you are looking to plan around it, buying consoles, expecting a release next year, etc., you might want to wait for official announcements to avoid disappointments. But lastly, we can say that according to the job listings, Santa Monica Studio has posted multiple jobs ads for important roles like senior comeback designer, quest designer, senior character artist, etc. for an unannounced title, with wording that strongly echoes what the God of War series would require. And reporting indicates that the next project of the studio, led by creative director Corey, won't be a new IP that is likely tied to an existing franchise and may feel like one. Combined with the job listings, this suggests that the studio is likely continuing the God of War franchise or a significant sub-branch rather than big branching off into something completely new. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think, warriors? Should Kratos take his rage to ancient Egypt next? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. I'll be reading every single one, and share your theories in the comments below. And tell me what mythology you want Kratos to destroy next. Drop your opinions down below, guys. I would love to hear from you. And hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more notifications. The bell icon, bro, that's the most important thing of all time. Do click it because you guys deserves the notifications sooner, and we will be covering up every God of War topic here on in this channel, from official news to rumors to music and much more. So do subscribe for more, guys, and thank you for all the love and support you guys have given us. Take care, stay tuned for more updates, and see you all in our next video. This is Capix Gaming, and goodbye.